You're getting more consistent. You're getting consistent enough that you're starting to consider buying dedicated target arrows. But there's 1,000 different arrows out there. So what do you do? Well, today I'm going to share with you what I did, because that's exactly what I had to do. Hello, I'm Gregory Richards, and this is 3D Archery. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. You know, for years I have used the Carbon Express Predator 2 arrows. I am totally happy with them. You know, they're great arrows. They don't break the bank cost-wise. The only downside is they're not the most durable. So why did I want to switch? Well, in the span of 6 weeks in the indoor archery range, I broke 2 and Robin Hooded another 6. I was starting to get consistent and it's costing me money. And I was like, you know, I got to get something. So I looked for some pin knocks for them. Well, nobody offered them for that size arrow. So I looked for collars. Again, same thing. Nobody offered them for that size arrow. The Predator 2 is just an odd size that nobody offers stuff for. So let it go, kept clipping arrows, and I finally said, you know what, that's it. I broke down and decided I'm going to buy some dedicated target arrows. Now I'm going to admit, I'm not an expert on target arrows or arrows in general. So what I did is I used the tech support on the Lancaster Archery website to help me decide. And that's what we're going to show you today. I'm going to show you the arrows, break them down, tune them, give you a complete review on them. So what did I do is I contacted the website, typed it in there, and the guy goes, how can I help you? I told him, look, I am looking for a dedicated target arrow, right? I don't want one that'll break the bank. It needs to have either a pin knock or a collar. And then I wrote, this is the bow I'm using. Black Hunter, 60-inch bow, takedown recurve. It is a 30-pound bow, cut past center that I'm shooting, 3 under with a slight crawl. I go right now, I am using Carbon Express Predator 2, 800 spines with a 70 grain point, 4 4-inch feathers, and they're flying great. I go, what would you recommend that I do? And the guy goes, that's easy. Didn't even waste like 2 seconds. He goes, I would recommend the Cross X Hurricane Octagon arrows. Now, let's pause it right there, okay? Who the world made that name up? The Cross X Hurricane Octagon? Pick a better name. All right, back to the video. It was 800 spine. The only problem was all they had in stock was pre-fletched arrows and they had veins on them. And I wrote the guy, don't worry about it. I can strip them. So I ordered them. And one of the things it says in the order thing that the pin knocks were included with it. I go, awesome. So all I had to do is find the points. When these don't take inserts, the points are the inserts. So I played around for 15-20 minutes. Didn't know what point weight to start with. Had no clue of what to do. So I just made a wild guess and ordered those points. So I was ready to go. Within 2 days, the products were on my steps. It was perfect. Now, when I opened it up, I'm going to show you here in a second, I found out that the pin knocks, yes, they were included, but the plastic knock part wasn't. The only thing that helped me was I did actually have 5 left over from a set of arrows I made for my wife a couple of years ago. All right, so let's take a quick look at the arrows. We'll go over the specs, and then we'll get to tuning. You're getting more consistent. You're getting consistent enough that you're starting to consider buying dedicated target arrows. But there's 1,000 different arrows out there. So what do you do? Well, today I'm going to share with you what I did, because that's exactly what I had to do. Hello, I'm Gregory Richards, and this is 3D Archery. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. You know, for years I have used the Carbon Express Predator 2 arrows. I am totally happy with them. You know, they're great arrows. They don't break the bank cost-wise. The only downside is they're not the most durable. So why did I want to switch? Well, in the span of 6 weeks in the indoor archery range, I broke 2 and Robin Hooded another 6. I was starting to get consistent and it's costing me money. And I was like, I got to get something. So I looked for some pin knocks for them. Well, nobody offered them for that size arrow. So I looked for collars. Again, same thing. Nobody offered them for that size arrow. The Predator 2 is just an odd size that nobody offers stuff for. So let it go, kept clipping arrows, and I finally said, you know what, that's it. I broke down and decided I'm going to buy some dedicated target arrows. Now I'm going to admit I'm not an expert on target arrows or arrows in general. So what I did is I used the tech support on the Lancaster Archery website to help me decide. And that's what we're going to show you today. I'm going to show you the arrows, break them down, tune them, give you a complete review on them. So what did I do? So I contacted the website, typed it in there, and the guy goes, how can I help you? I told him, look, I am looking for a dedicated target arrow, right? I don't want one that'll break the bank. It needs to have either a pin knock or a collar. And then I wrote, this is the bow I'm using. Black Hunter, 60-inch bow, takedown recurve. It is a 30-pound bow, cut past center that I'm shooting, 3 under with a slight crawl. I go right now, I am using Carbon Express Predator 2, 800 spines with a 70 grain point, 4 4-inch feathers, and they're flying great. I go, what would you recommend that I do? And the guy goes, that's easy. Didn't even waste like 2 seconds. He goes, I would recommend the Cross X Hurricane Octagon arrows. Now, let's pause it right there, okay? Who the world made that name up? The Cross X Hurricane Octagon? Pick a better name. All right, back to the video. It was 800 spine. The only problem was all they had in stock was pre-fletched arrows and they had veins on them. And I wrote the guy, don't worry about it. I can strip them. So I ordered them. And one of the things it says in the order thing that the pin knocks were included with it. I go, awesome. So all I had to do is find the points. And these don't take inserts. The points are the inserts. So I played around for 15, 20 minutes. Didn't know what point weight to start with. Had no clue of what to do. So I just made a wild guess and ordered those points. So I was ready to go. Within 2 days, the products were on my steps. It was perfect. Now, when I opened it up, I'm going to show you here in a second, I found out that the pin knocks, yes, they were included, but the plastic knock part wasn't. The only thing that helped me was I did actually have 5 left over from a set of arrows I made for my wife a couple of years ago. All right, so let's take a quick look at the arrows. We'll go over the specs, and then we'll get to tuning. All right, everybody, here they are. These are the arrows. They are 32 inches long, and it said pin knocks, but I got plastic knocks. You know what? Not a big deal. I had some, for whatever reason, for 10 bucks, I ordered them. So I must have heard one thing or another. I don't know. But you know what? For 10 bucks, I ain't gonna argue. So that's them right there. Pretty good, right? So I'm going to read off the box because they come in all different sizes and everything else. These come from 600 spine all the way up to 1100 spine. My 800s are 5.30 grains per inch. They're 32 inches long. The inside diameter is 4.2 millimeters. Outside is 5.38 millimeters. And it has a straightness of plus minus 0.008 of an inch. And that's them. I have to admit, I'm not one for tiny, thin arrows, but hey, that's what they are. Pricing, what did it cost me? Right here's the invoice, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a dozen of them. That was $79. The points were $30. My pin knocks were $9.96. The total, $119.95 plus $10.95 in shipping. So the total was $130.90. So you know what? Not bad. Didn't break the bank. Did what I wanted. Here's the little box that came in. Turn them over the right way. Cross X Hurricanes. You know, one thing about these boxes, the manufacturers should make them so the company can ship them just like this, instead of like they had to put it in a box in another box. You know, just an ideal. But that's it, right? A little intimidated. I'm not a target archer, and I don't do target archery. And this is when all those little rules and all those little things come into effect, which I'm not a big fan of. I like simplicity. But we're going to give it a try. All right. Enough babbling. Let's take these babies out and let's try to tune them. All right, everybody, here we are at the range. It's time to actually set up these arrows. It's New Year's Day. Forgot my microphone of all the stuff, had a big list. I didn't put the microphone on. So, my first time ever tuning target arrows. I don't know if they're going to fly different, and micro diameter arrows. So, here's everything I got for today. I'll walk down. My bow, Black Hunter, 60 inches, 30 pounds. Brace height is 7 1/4. Right? Here's the new arrows. They're called Cross X Hurricane Octagons, 32 inches, which is going to really change how I see things, but it's all right. They're one of these micro diameters. And to just give you an idea of it, I'll come in. All right, you can see that. Look at the size difference. Put them side by side. That's the size difference. And there's the length difference. You can tell my predators are 30 inches, right? So I got that set up. Got a scale here. You can see if they're about the same. Got the points. These are really interesting. I never used points like these before. So this is a new one to me. Bring these in. How about that? Huh? That different looking or what? So, something new to play with there. I have my clipboard for copious note taking. Got my archery box here with my Grizzly Strings sticker on it. Shameless plug. That's where I keep all my extra stuff. In case I decide to have to cut, I can cut by hand. I can do some work, sand, file it. Got to move my knock point. I got that set up. And then finally, in the final station over here, I can fletch them if I'm happy with the tune. All right. So that's the whole process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these arrows. Got to find a way to secure this point in. I don't think it's just going to stay in there, especially when I pull it out. It will when I shoot it most likely, but when I pull it out, it might come out. So I got to find a way to secure it, shoot some bear shafts, see what's going on, and then take it from there. All right. It's going to be a long day. All right, just weighed the arrows. Now I did put the nocks in them. My bad, I already glued them in. So the little arrow holder weighs 99.5 pounds. So that's interesting, right? We'll round it up to 100 just to be easy. First arrow weighed 287.4 grains. Second one was 288.3. Third one was 287.8. Next one was 288.4, and the last one was 287. So, wow, 1.3 was the biggest difference. Now, if you take off that 99, man, that's 187, 188. That is some serious light stuff. All right, now I'm going to break down the heads. Make sure to try to get those all the same. All right, done weighing the heads. I have to say these are very, very close. I got a 90, 90.3, 90, 90.1, 90.1, 90, 90, 90.1, 90, 90, 90.1, 90.1. That's pretty bad. Not pretty. That's pretty good, right? I only got one of them that's outside of the other two. Those are 0.1 of a grain off. So I'm going to pick 5 that I can get, probably the 90s. I'm going to put them in. Let's take some shots. All right, now I'm going to do it. Now, a couple things you got to know. I'm looking for weak and strong. I'm not looking for knock points. So my arrows might be pointing up because I shoot with a high knock point anyway. So that doesn't bother me a whole lot. And my whole goal is to try to get my point to be almost point on at 20 yards. So between the combination of arrow weight, draw length, all yada yada yada, that's what I do. So I'm going to do these. Thing that I found pretty interesting was that little arrow holder was 99 grains. Well, the point's 90, so you can pretty much take the arrows for what they are. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. These are the best for Eric's skinny string, so I just pinch them a little bit. There we go. Yep, just going to be careful. I ordered the arrows. They said the nocks come with them. They do. The nock pins, but not the nock itself. So I had ordered some. They'll be in, hopefully in a day or so. Yeah, this ain't good. Niks good. This might hold. You know what? I didn't see a left or right. I seen a seriously high kick up, but I didn't see a left or right. I'm actually very happy. I just might have them set up. Go figure that. Go down and look at them, but I'm going to do some serious adjustment with my bow, though. And these things, well, because of my nock point, they're nose diving. Wow, all right. I mean, they're not tight, but hey, I'm actually encouraged. All right, here we are. First one, second and third. I mean, they're pretty, I'm not sure. They're perfect. They're not showing weak or strong. They're pretty neutral. This one's slightly off. That could be me, but these two are dead on. All right, I'm going to play with it some more. And when I got my results, I'm going to fletch them up. All right, I'm zoomed in, so you won't see me, but you hopefully you'll see the ball set up you can. So maybe you can see the flight of the arrow a little better. All right, got the click. Oh yeah. You can see it just kicks up. And that is pure nock point. Sometimes in life we get lucky. Yeah, that one flew off to the left. I think that was more than me, but yeah. All right. Let's go take a look. All right, round two, same results. Now I know you're saying, well, where were you aiming? That's a good point. I really wasn't aiming. I was looking generally at this hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a arrow on a point, or maybe in the line. Let's see if they go left or right of that line. All right, that'll be the next thing. But I think I'm pretty close. These look like I don't see no kicking left or right, which is good. But now I got to see if they're weak or stiff. But I'm getting good flight right off the bat. I could almost fletch these up and shoot them, but I want to get them closer to hitting where I'm looking, and I'm not sure because I just looked in a general area. Now I'm going to put my point on something and give it a try like that. All right, everybody, I shot it a whole bunch of times. You know what? And I found when I had good form, it was in line with that piece of tape. So I'm happy. It means it's not weak, it's not strong, it's perfectly fine. My nock point's making a dive, I think. So I'm going to fletch one arrow, just one. 4. I got the SD's one in there. I should go here. This is the hard part for me, turn it up here. Okay. Sorry. like this. Like that. All right. Try that out again. All right. I've shot it a whole bunch of times, and it was all me. I did like 5 in a row that had just, it felt good, back, tension, shoulder, everything. And the tape was here, it was right in line with them. So I think they're the perfect weight as they are. So to try it, I'm just going to knock an arrow, fletch an arrow. Right? Let me go back one more. I'm going to try 3-inch feathers. Really, I wish I didn't lose my glasses, but hey, I should be able to do this without them. I used to use the glue, but man, I'm telling you, I'm a convert over to fletching tape. It holds in all types of weather for me so far, and it takes seconds to do it. Make sure you seal it on there. Bring this over. Put it in. Make sure I got a good thing. And 1 arrow is fletched. One thing I do is I run my fingernail across it, make sure it's seated. That's it. That's how quick. I'm telling you, I love it. It's the greatest. I just love it. I think whoever came up with that tape, I mean, before I'd set it, run upstairs, go do something, come back down, do another one. No, this one, just a minute, I can have it done. All right. I'm not going to bore you with me fletching. So I'm going to turn this off, fletch it, and then we'll go out and shoot it some more. Fletched, ready to go. Total weight, 288.5, just under 10 pounds, 10 grains per pound. These were 306.2, so, you know, a few grains difference, but let's see if there's a difference in how they fly. All right. Mark point. I don't like them like that. I like them right about there. That's the other thing. Guys that use these pin knocks, do you glue them on the back? Or do you leave them? All right. Let's see. Oh, that flew good. Not bad at all. All right, I'm gonna go get it. Let's do it again. That's the problem with only fletching 1 arrow. All right, I'm back. Let's try it again. But that looked really good flight-wise. I don't know, was it quiet? It just sounded so quiet. Let's hit that front shoulder. I'm telling you, I think I got it set. Didn't use my finger sling. All right, I'm gonna fletch up the others, and then we're going to shoot an indoor 300 round. I made these actually for the World Archery 300. But they don't have any of the targets out, so I'm going to shoot an NFAA indoor 300. Let's see how that works. Just shot the first end with these arrows and shot low, which is contrary to what I thought. Being a little longer, I thought I'd have to put my point lower, but for whatever reason, it seems I got to put my point higher. Yep, right in the white. Wow, okay, well, that's going to cause issues when I start going on autopilot. There we go. Second end, the first end was deceived. First end is shot here. Got an X, 5, 4, 4. And one thing these arrows will not do is compensate for a brain fart. I just screwed that shot totally up. So I could have had an awesome end of the, now I just got a 20. It should have been at least a 24, 22, somewhere in there, but that's all right. You know what? Not a 24, because I can only get 3 more points, so it'd be 23 max. But hey, whatever. Not bad. These, so it seems like instead of having my point here, now it needs to be right about here. So it's going to take an adjustment, but so far they're flying good. So now let's shoot that 300 and we'll see what the odds tell me, or the averages I should say. Odds, well, whatever. We'll just shoot. Shut up and shoot, Greg. This arrow right here is why I'll never be a competitive archer. Brain fart, got up there, alright, shot that. These two, aim point. This one was so stupid. I know my aim point is up to about around here. I don't really aim, but when I look down it, the arrow seems to be over in this area, and I focus here and I'm hitting good. But this one, I drew and put it right here on purpose. Oh, it's just stupid. I can't actually aim. I really shoot more of an instinctive. So, I still got a 20. That's 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 2 5s is a 20. Pulled out a 20 miraculously. So, they fly really well. You know, just like anything else, more me than the arrows. Didn't break any. That's the good news. I like the look of them. I found micro diameters no different than any other arrow. The only thing I would say about them is I got lucky, right? You know I got real lucky. I did nothing to them to tune them. I didn't adjust the weight of the points. I just shot them. They're in line, put the arrows on them. Boom, what did I shoot? I shot a 255. Not my best, but pretty darn good, right? And I think once I figure it out, you can see them shooting low, all down in here. Because on my other one, I put the arrow here. With my Predator 2s, my vision headed down here, and I just naturally do that. But when I put it up here, I banged pretty good. All right, we're going to go back. I'm going to weigh them. Let's see what they got. And then I'm going to do some long-term testing, and I'm going to give you a full wrap-up on Cross X Hurricane Octagon arrows. Say that 5 times fast. Heck, I can barely say it once. All right. Well, I do have an arrow right there, or a point right in there. See if I got a screwdriver and take that out. Let's see what we got for total weights. $289.2. Yep. Nope. $287.2, 2 grain difference. That's all right. I ain't no expert shooter. .289 even. .288 even. Oops. 288.6. All right, let's try that again. Let's 288.6, and we are about that far, about 2 inches up. 289, yep. 288.6, 289. 287, a little different. Didn't get that reading last time, but I got 287.2 last time. So 289.2, the same as that one. .288 even. All right, so they're really close. I mean, they're not perfect, but you know what? They shot well. Hey everybody, it's been about a month now. I've used these things in an indoor archery league. I've taken it to an indoor 3D shoot, and I shot 2 outdoor courses and practiced some outdoor 3D archery with it. So I got a really good opinion on them. And let's just go over some of my thoughts first. Okay, I really love the arrows. These things fly like lasers. Show you what I did here in a second. The points, I love these points. They're really pointy. They're not like the field points. These little, they're like little needle points. They're awesome. Those are some great things. These are some great points. They stick into everything. Hard targets, I get penetration. I haven't had a bounce out yet, so I really enjoy these. Now the one thing about them, I will say, is I can't really see these. I took a Predator 2 with me as a sacrifice arrow, and I shot it on a few targets, and I could see the black shaft go through the air, but with this micro diameter, I don't see squat going through the air. That is a little bit of a disadvantage for me, but you know what? Hey, I couldn't care less. I use 3-inch feathers, 4 of them, for my indoors, and they work great. I'm using these arrows. I've set personal best in the NFAA 300 and the World Archery 300, so I'm pretty happy with them. I also took them out and shot an IBO 3D course, and I scored a 257, which isn't too shabby. So these babies, I can shoot them, and I can shoot them really well. So I'm pretty happy with the decision to buy them. But let's talk about it for you, and the hits and the misses. Right? The hits are these pin knocks. I am a convert over to these pin knocks. These things are awesome. I'm telling you, I was breaking these Predator 2s. These pin knocks, I've hit them, haven't broken an arrow. I broke a knock, I think 2 knocks, and I damaged another. So it saved me 3 arrows. So that is something that I love. And the other one is these arrows are pretty dang durable. In the indoor, at 15, 20 yards, I missed one. I bounced off and I put it in the wood, didn't damage it. I bounced one of these babies off a tree and went around, doing, 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 doing. Didn't damage them. So they're more durable than a Predator 2, I will say that. And that's something I really wanted. That's the only downside of a Predator 2 for me. The main one is they're just not that durable. And finally, the other hit is it's a reasonable price, $79 for a dozen. You know what? I got a good quality target arrow for a reasonable price, and that is what I was looking for. Now the misses. My misses are pretty simple. The first one is I get mine from Lancaster, and they only come fletched with vanes. I don't like vanes. I like feathers. That's it. I haven't found them unfletched, but that's how they come. So you know what? It doesn't take that much, but if you don't know how to do it, that can be a downside for you. And the other miss is This small diameter, it's not the easiest to fletch. My rig's not really made for micro diameter, so I have to really pay attention to it. And that's it. There's my hits, my misses. Now, I'm going to show you how much I love these arrows. I went to set them up for 3D, and I normally shoot my 4 feathers in each one, but I didn't have enough to do 4 arrows. So I figured, you know what, I'll do 3. Well, I got 3 of them fletched, but the last one, I only had 2 feathers left. So I fletched it up with 2. And this thing shot awesome. That's when I scored the 257. I was shocked. I was like, man. So, being an idiot that I am, I took them all, refletched them all, and I'm going to shoot this year, all my 3D, with just 2 fletches. 2 feathers. Let's see how it works. You know what? I'm telling you, I had a ball with it, and sometimes I just like to be different, right? So, the Cross X Hurricane Octagon is a great arrow with a horrible name. What the heck? Cross X, I believe, is the manufacturer, but what is a Hurricane Octagon? Don't know, but hey, like I said, great arrow, horrible name. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of 3D Archery.